Welcome to this week's episode of Totally Oblivious. I am your host, as usual. I'm Caleb. That's co-host Alex.
Can I tell you I have a funny story to start off the podcast.
Tell me a funny story.
Today I uploaded a video. It's a 7 out of 10. I'm okay with it. That's whatever. I just needed to get it out of my system. So after that, I usually like to treat myself, at least with something, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe a little bit too much treating. I bought Helldivers and lunch today.
Real?
So I also happy Silk Song Day for anybody who celebrates that religion, because at this point it definitely feels like it.
Still doesn't feel like the game actually came out.
You know why though? Because there's no pre-orders. They said no, today's the only day. No pre-download, no pre-order, no nothing. It's $20 today.
It's out.
Yeah, it's so weird. There's no hype, but there's so much hype. It's in my comment section. That was one of the first comments I got. I was like, Silk Song Day. I'm like, why is this relevant? Day. Regardless of that point, I went to get lunch today, and I always like to go to my local Leprechaun to out of context. That sounds hilarious.
My local Leprechaun.
What's the other Harvest Foods? We'll just say that for their deli food. I love deli food. It's a type of food I've grown up with as a child, and I'm there today, right? And I can tell the girls behind the deli are a little bit overworked, a little bit understaffed. Understandable. So me being the Gen Z kid I am, I go, I'll wait. This older gentleman is ordering tacos. He seems pretty polite. So
tacos.
So the classic Alex and me goes, what do you do while you're waiting? Classic, pull out the phone. So I'm on my phone scrolling. Of course, Silk Songs all over my timeline. Played the game once, wasn't my thing. I was like, I'd rather just play a Souls-like other than this one. But as I'm waiting, right, this boomer of a woman waddles in front of me, and this older guy, he's off to the side. He's waiting. His tacos are being in the air fryer or whatever, or the fryer or whatever. This old woman just and I'm just on my phone, right? And I could tell she's old. She's old. She's older. She looks older than my grandparents old. And this other girl, she just looks like she got back from lunch, comes around the table or comes around the counter and says, "What do you need, ma'am?" And for the next, I swear to God, for the next 6-ish minutes, talking to this other lady, goes and asks for all the prices of all the different foods. Oh. And says a lot of them twice. What's this one? Say it again. I can't hear you. For 6 minutes. And luckily there was another lady. She helped me out. She was young. I don't know how old she looked. Probably maybe me around Caleb's age. Redhead or whatever, right? And she gets my food ultra fast compared to the old lady. The old lady's still choosing, going, "What, this one? This one's..." I immediately get up. She goes, "What would you like, sir?" And I went, the rest of those mozzarella sticks, 2 chicken strips, bowl of mac and cheese. Done. Less than like 15 seconds. Old lady's still waiting. The redhead who got my order, he had to go help the other guy, right? And this old lady is still ordering slow. First off, she cut in front of me, but she's still just going and going. And eventually their machine's all fucky wucky. My chip malfunction. I'm all like, my chip fucking works. I used it last week. I know it works. And I just used it like a few hours later, so I definitely know it works. So I'm all like, it's whatever. I'll go up and order up front. I need to get cash back anyway. And as I'm getting cash back, I said tactical analysis, and I swung back over because here's if this is lane 1, here's the door, here's the deli. I look across from myself. Caleb.
She was still there.
She was still there.
But what's the price of that burrito?
And she was asking for sauce. And my dad's had similar stories to this. My dad gets frustrated. He goes, "Why are they slow?" But here am I over here like, this whole interaction that just currently took place over the last like 15 minutes at most, like, just proves my point. Just boobers.
These people shouldn't be left to themselves in society
No,
anymore.
the old guy though, who I think was her husband, maybe sort of. I don't know, can't confirm. He was hella chill. I was like, I like this guy. He was just waiting off to the side, being like, "Oh, my taco's ready." No, sir. I was like, "Oh, keep waiting."
I think there definitely needs to be like
A senior citizen line, yes.
No, I was gonna say there needs to be like an age limit that once you reach a certain age, you literally cannot do things by yourself anymore.
I don't know. That's crazy.
I think that needs to be a thing because some of these people, I'm speaking from familial experience.
Fair
is
enough.
Once you get to a certain age, sometimes old people are not mentally capable of doing normal daily tasks at a certain point.
To be fair, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how she showed up. I thought about it. I'm like, how many decisions did you just make?
Once you get to a certain age, your brain starts to decline, and keep in mind, these people, like you said, they probably had to drive to the store. So that's already a concern. That's concerning.
I could have done the jingle joke.
So I feel like you should have at that point a caretaker.
Actually, maybe I do agree with you. But like maybe you'd have to sign up for it, but like it can be like a government job. Be like, here's a national like government job to help elderly people.
Yeah, or like, this would be helped if the government wasn't systematically raising the retirement age.
Yep.
That, once you retired, you just be like, oh, hey, now my kids can do stuff and I just chill with my kids now. It's like the opposite. I spent the first 18 years of their life taking care of them, and now they're going to spend the last 18 years of my life taking care of me. I feel like that makes sense. And I know that can't be the case for everybody because not everybody has good relationships with their children. But for the people who do, I think that's like
Caleb and
almost
Post.
a necessity.
Caleb Post. Who's going to the retirement home? Caleb Post, do it.
Who's going to the retirement home?
It's the melancholic place.
Anyway, news.
There's news?
There's a pretty significant piece of news.
Oh, wait, is it the thing I'm thinking about? If it's today's news?
Probably.
Okay, continue, because if it is, I'm going to start giggling.
That the second one's not as big of news, but I want to start with the big news.
Okay.
Is that the Epstein victims are coming out
Okay.
and creating their own list. And was it it was a senator, right? A senator said that them creating that list could be seen as I want to make sure I say the words correctly.
I just knew they were making a list. I didn't know there was a senator.
No, there is. Okay, here it is. So, a White House official warned that if lawmakers sign the bipartisan discharge petition authorized by Reps Thomas Massey, Republican of Kentucky, and Ro Khanna, Democrat from California, which would force a vote to release the Epstein files, it, quote, would be viewed as a very hostile act to the administration. Now, keep in mind,
Okay.
I think this is before that the Epstein victims decided to band together to create their own list and just call out all the people who did them wrong. And apparently there was, I can't remember one of the ladies, but there's a lady who's like a very conservative leader. And then there was Marjorie Taylor Greene, met with these women. Okay. And immediately signed on to have these files released after meeting with these women that they were like, that's how bad it is. that Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Is she the black lady?
No, she's the. I'll show you.
I'm confusing my conservative people in my head.
You are very confused right now.
Yeah, I was like, who am I thinking?
Marjorie Taylor.
But even though,
Greene.
regardless, if they're signing on, that means
this lady.
Oh fuck!
Yeah, she is actively on the side of releasing those files.
I can imagine how the room went. Well, guys, we got to think about the administration. Here's my rape story. Never the fuck mind.
Okay, well, you know what? Everything's out the window now. We have new priorities.
They all raise their hand. You want to hear how bad it is?
So that's a very interesting development to that case. Is literally some of the most notoriously conservative people are now flopping to be like, let's get this list released. And that the White House is saying that the release of this list would be a hostile act toward the administration. Now, everyone at home who's a little confused on why that would be a hostile act.
It's because the orange raped all of them.
It's because they're directly tied to it.
Yeah, it's future historical Alex or historians looking at the internet during this period, maybe finding this video. I'm guessing that you're probably smart enough to realize this, that yeah, he was definitely on the list. Everything he's currently doing is trying to dissuade that. It's I would argue if there was ever supposed to be a documentary on this era of American politics, I would call it the biggest open secret, basically fucking ever. That's a long title, but it's funny because it's like, why deny them? Oh, it's because that one intern did so much research because he's Gen Z. He found all of them, and now it's a problem. It's like it. I'm so willing. If those women are able to do that, fucking power to you, girls. Get
the justice you deserve.
What a fucking lick back that would be. And you know what? What's crazy is those women could probably do that, right? Mm-hmm. And just like Luigi, would probably garnish so much support that there would be no way of being able to suppress it. There would be no fucking way.
If they were able to sway the opinion of some of these people who are just notoriously
Republicans are evil. It's just clearly obvious at this point. It's either you're stupid or you're evil.
Because it wasn't Marjorie Taylor Greene, but it was the other woman. Literally, because she was like on the fence about her decision to have the list revealed, and she left the meeting with those women in tears and immediately was like, we gotta get this out. This is bad.
Should I say this, bro? My brain thought about it and I went, that's terrible. Like, I'm not gonna say I thought of the joke just to remedy it, but I don't want to say it like that. But it's just the fact that to move those women, if true, of course, everything's Machiavellian. You know, the whole idea that all politicians are evil, so they could just be, crocodile tears. But if true, we'll give it some grace. They raw level 3 trauma dumped on them. They're like, you want to hear some shit?
You want to know why we don't like these people? Let me tell you.
I wonder if any of them have fucking video. You think so?
One
of them got to have it on their iPhones. If they had
access to that video, I think that would be more like that. They would not have access to that video because that would give them power. Yeah. And their abusers would not allow them to have that power. Maybe they discreetly got a hold of the evidence and did not share it with anybody until they felt the timing was right, which honestly would probably be one of the craziest things to come out of this, is that they're going to happen
in November.
They're just like, how about I pull out this little piece of evidence
out of my phone?
And honestly, if Alex's prediction of they just somehow have video evidence of the orange going crazy,
It wouldn't be going crazy. He probably moves like a fucking. Well, this would be like from 20 years ago.
He's still moving like a turtle.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it too. Like I don't want to
like make jokes out of it.
Jokes out of it.
I don't. Yeah,
but
that's
it's
why I'm
like
light here.
It's like
I hope the women do that. I hope it happens.
If anything was shown of him on video doing anything to these women, things are gonna explode. Like I don't know what the MAGA people are gonna do. I don't even know. I think people are gonna start blasting at that point.
It's just my natural reaction just to joke about dark situations. Just it's the psychological effect of just taking a breath. But like I see the Mark Phillips joke. They caught you in 4K.
They caught you in 4K.
This is the clearest piece of video I've ever seen.
Keep in mind, both of us and pretty much anybody we know are fully aware Bill Clinton's on that list.
Oh, 100%.
No denying that.
But Bill Clinton will be exposed.
Good. Expose everybody who did something terrible.
That intern he did, that's the tip of the iceberg, dog.
Like
Hillary was probably gooning to that shit.
You think we like these people?
No.
If they did anything to these women, they deserve to die.
Actually, I'm going to double down on an opinion, right? So I've been educating myself over the past few months on a lot of things. And I said it earlier, Machiavellian, because Machiavelli kind of wrote a book that basically, summarized politics doesn't matter. Left, right, red, Roman, Chinese, Greek. It's all corrupt, right? Mm-hmm. So I want to double down on this fact. George Washington might be part of the very few select individuals who might actually be goated as fuck. The ability to deny power is insane. Now looking back at all historical, past events, the fact that man had probably one of the most powerful countries at the time, or at least revenue-wise, and just said, "I'm good. I'm going to leave." Was denied kingship too, by the way. He was. Caleb and Post gonna have to look that up with giving kingship or presidency, and he was like, "Nah, bro, we're just nah. I'm good.
I don't need that.
I'm good.
I don't need that."
It's like that's why he's one of my favorites. I know there's other. He did bad things. All people do bad things. It's just the nature of humanity.
Yeah.
But it's just like comparing somebody like that to what's happened in the past. Bill Clinton, both Georges, especially Reagan. Trump, even Obama. How are we going to get rid of these terrorists? Blow up the whole fucking house.
All of them. We're kind of in a bad spot when one of the best presidents that we've had historically is known for bombing people.
How do we get rid of this guy, Barack?
Destroy it.
The whole building. All of it. There's kids in there. Yeah, just the whole building gone.
Sounds like their problem. But like that's the bar set low when that happens, and we're like, but yeah, he's still pretty good president comparatively.
Where's my phone? Wait a minute, I want to look at something because we're talking about corrupt governments, right? Hold on, because I just remembered about the UK. Now I'm curious about something. Audience, hold on. Oh, that's funny. So last month, I think if I'm doing this correct. Can I check what happened last 90 days? My UK viewership went down 1%.
Oh. How?
Because of the ID verification.
Oh my gosh.
I think it went down 1%. Wait. Well, I don't think that would be fair. Because that was at 6.
Uh-huh.
And the Philippines and Canada are kind of even. Oh, I got viewers from Poland.
The Polish viewer, Polish guy.
Huh. Because that was at 6. I remember that being at 6. Very suspicious.
Very, very,
I was curious about that. That just popped in my head. I never looked back on that reporting. Anyway.
Yeah. There's another piece of news. I'll just cover it real quick, and then, because I just remembered it, but then we'll get to the non-important news that apparently... China and India have joined forces, I guess.
So I don't really trust that because I think that's more like a That's like a frenemy thing where it's just
they're
like
just working for trade together.
you know,
right?
they're just like we don't like until it's like cultural exchange. That's when when I consider it friendly. This is more like that's like a YouTube rivalry. They're still assholes. They're still fighting over things. Now it's just like now we won't kill each other, but now we're gonna play games with each other.
That's good.
So it's fine then. Other news. The balkanization of the United States is currently happening, and I think it is for realsies because apparently the entire Pacific Northwest, including not all of us, just Washington, Oregon, California, all basically said, yeah, so we're not gonna follow RFK Jr.'s vaccines. Fuck that. Caleb and Post put it up on screen. It's real. And they were just like, no, we're not going to be doing that. We're going to still vaccinate people because, vaccines don't cause autism. That guy is probably right next to Hitler, by the way, who said vaccines cause autism.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Because I just saw a video today of, I think, a kid who caught meningitis, just destroyed him.
Yeah.
Destroyed that kid's life. Because his parents didn't want to get him vaccinated.
Fucking.
That, like, wild. That's insane. Do people just not remember? Do they just not know why vaccines were created in the first place?
No, because I'm going to be honest with you. I know why this has spiraled this far. If you brought somebody from the time when that, by the way, UK document, again, by the way, it wasn't even from the United States. When they released that research at the time, you have to remember, massive, like crippling to the disease itself. Diseases were destroyed. Polio, basically nearly gone. All of them. There's a long list of them, right? Were gone. So it's this weird after effect where you go, I remember the western part of the Roman Empire, but I don't really know what the Western Roman Empire was looking like. But then when you compare that to a person who was living during when polio would kill your child, it'd be like, no, bitch, give me the fucking vaccine.
I want the vaccine.
So it's this historical thing where people have just forgotten what fucking polio does on a massive scale.
You know what's funny too?
So you forget.
Is so fast. Have people already forgotten why COVID was such a big deal? Literally, it's only been 4 years since like the biggest advent of it finally ended, and people are like, yeah, so lockdown was kind of useless. And it's like, do you not remember why we went into lockdown? Because we had no idea what that disease was going to do to people, so we wanted to contain it because it was rapid spreading. Do you not remember that part?
And it had like a 2% kill rate?
People were dying. That was part of the reason. People were dying to a disease that was rapidly spreading across. Highly contagious was the biggest problem, and we knew next to nothing about it. So, of course, we were going to be like, yeah, maybe we should stay away from each other until we know a little bit more about this.
I have to laugh at this because it always makes me laugh. You know how some humans can barely comprehend like 100 in their mind? Maybe even less so? When you say 2%, keep in mind the percent part of that sentence, to a person,
they're like, that's itty bitty.
Yeah, what's 2% of 100 million? Oh, that's a couple 100,000 people.
Yeah, that's if we look in perspective here, if you combined all of Grant County together, I think that would pretty much wipe out the entirety of our county.
Yeah, all of
it. If not pretty much, then over our entire county.
I kind of have to hate COVID a little bit, but for different reasons. COVID, why didn't you have a higher kill rate?
We should have killed more people.
No. Seriously, if the news, let's just say hypothetically in a different timeline, COVID had a 5% like mortality rate or whatever, still very low. I can guarantee you, people would have treated that sickness on a completely different level because they would have been like.
They would not have, because this was the start of just people being completely brainwashed by the tangerine.
Yeah, that too.
That literally, it started out as
the Chinese
we're gonna take this serious, and then all of a sudden it was like, it's not real. It's not real. You guys are stupid for thinking that this is a problem.
It's gonna be so funny looking back on this part of history.
Me and Alex and anybody else our age have literally been thrust in the adult world
because of it.
during probably the worst period in history.
Me and this motherfucker had to clean the rooms of dead people who died of it.
It's true.
Don't come to me saying it's fake. I got it 3 different times.
I think I did catch it at least confirmed twice.
Yeah.
And, I might have been fine, but I know other people who caught it that were not fine.
Yeah, my dad, for example, still think he was a massive pussy. You're not dying. You're not dying. I know you're not dying because you act like this when you get the common cold. And I got it, and I was just like,
This sucks.
I can't record. Anyway, video games.
This is bad. But multiple other members of my family who caught it, they weren't as well off as I was.
It's kind of weird. The sickness that, primarily caused harm to the elderly didn't get a clue.
Yeah,
That's kind of weird.
Strange how that happens.
It's weird.
But the last bit of news that I have, it's kind of just it's a personal gripe towards the NFL.
Okay.
Because, I've been seeing a lot of whir around that.
Word or whir?
Whir, like buzz, I guess. Buzz is the better word. There's been buzz going around the NFL TikTok sphere, at least.
Okay.
About, one of the apps that people used to use to watch the game, Stream East, got eviscerated.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Okay.
And they have now added ads to NFL Red Zone that people pay for. Mm-hmm. And people are very upset about that. And all of that's got me thinking about, because I also saw a chart of where the regional games are, I guess. Because you know how with YouTube, because you have to pay for NFL ticket on YouTube now if you want to watch every game. But YouTube has it, or the NFL has it on YouTube, where you only get to watch the opposite side of the country's games. You don't get to watch your own side. You have to have cable television still for that. And pay for the NFL ticket through that.
The only time I've ever been in a sports conversation with my family recently was trying to fucking understand this. They never answer the question. My family's terrible at explaining shit. Terrible. Mm-hmm. So explain to me what a blackout is.
A blackout?
Yeah, where they just don't show the fucking show. I'm like, wait, it's local and you're not going to show it? What the fuck is And apparently,
yeah,
and we don't have to. You don't have to talk about it to me. But then I come to understand that my dad and brother are paying a combined $300 to watch this, and I go,
it's actually $400.
My father,
it's $400 because it's for every month that the NFL is on. That's a month you have to pay for the. That's a month you have to pay $130 for.
Something like that.
So literally, just to quickly explain blackouts. This is my understanding is blackout games is when the broadcast just stops showing. I don't think that's purposeful. I think it just happens sometimes that the games just stop showing on certain channels.
that might be for MLB, not NFL. But I know that happens.
It has happened, but you just have to find the channel that is actually showing it. Because there's just times where it stops broadcasting on a certain channel for whatever reason.
Which brings me to the weird point about America. My father, my parents have a house, whatever. But, they run close on a lot of bills. And so I have to ponder to myself. So you're paying for all these streaming services, not even closely related to the NFL, right? And you're paying for all this shit for what? You can't love the game that much to get $300 or $400, whatever the number is, still get ads, and it's just like your team still loses.
So that's where my gripe is with the NFL.
That's all sports in general.
I'm
by the way,
spending up to $400 a year to watch only teams on the East Coast because we can't cancel our cable television, which my mom is very heavily considering because we don't really use it.
Drop it.
The only way,
My goat YouTube.
the only way to watch West Coast games is through the cable. Despite the fact that I spend $400 on the NFL ticket on YouTube, I can't watch West Coast games.
But why?
I can only watch half the games.
But why though?
Because the NFL is greedy and stupid. Like, honest, I'm genuinely.
Do they split it up like it's a Pokemon game? Is that the idea?
So-
to make you pay for cable and then
So keep this in mind. You also have to have Amazon Prime to watch Thursday night games. And they have special Christmas games now.
My brother was complaining about this
Part
one.
of the regular season that are exclusive to Netflix. So you have to pay for at least 4 different services just to watch every game of the season.
This might be Pokemon 2 Electric
This is
Boogaloo.
actually worse than Pokemon because with Pokemon, you can still buy one game, and if you know somebody who has the other game, you can still just trade off games. You can trade and get the entire experience of the game through just, you're still one game. You still paid for one game. With the NFL, you would also have to buy then a 5th service, or not 5th. You would still have to pay for a 4th service because if you wanted to just pay for YouTube, you would then have to purchase a VPN to be able to switch it so you could then watch West Coast games on the West Coast on YouTube.
Bro, I'm so fucking happy I'm not regarding sports.
I'm genuinely, I'm gonna give it a little bit. I might just give it to the end of this year. But if I'm still frustrated with this by the end of the season, I'm canceling NFL ticket. Because honestly, my dad can still watch the Raiders play. He can still watch them play because they're a West Coast team.
Yeah.
But like, I don't think I need
a Raiders fan.
I don't need to spend $400 for games that we're basically
Caleb,
not
you
even
could've
going to be able to watch.
You can buy a Switch with that.
I could buy another Switch.
You can put $400 into the stock market.
There's so much more I could do with $400 than pay for the NFL ticket that basically is just a scam at this point.
Yeah.
Like it's like before it was like, oh man, yeah, it's expensive because I think it was like $280 back in the day when it was bundled with DirecTV. So that was an extra $280, which is like, oh yeah, that kind of sucks. But spending now $400 and not being able to watch every single game is just the most frustrating thing I can think of. Because I've already canceled my Amazon. So I don't know what my dad's going to do about Thursday night games. I guess he gets to use Colby's now. Because I'm not paying for Amazon anymore. I'm done. I'm tired of that stupid site siphoning my money away.
For real.
And then Netflix, that's just ridiculous. At that point, I think I could.
I'm so happy.
I could live without watching that extra game.
I'm so happy that at the age of like 14, I just dropped TV. Went full YouTube. I haven't even opened a TV in
It's
years.
not even the TV's fault. This is like 100% NFL.
Yeah.
Because they didn't have to make these deals. No. They didn't have to make these deals to give exclusivity to all these different places. They just wanted the extra money. And Amazon had that extra money. And when it was just Amazon, it wasn't that big of a deal. But now it's, now I have to pay $400 for YouTube TV. And now I have to pay for a Netflix account. On top of the Amazon account that I have. On top of the cable bill that I have to pay for to watch the local games.
And that's besides normal bills.
And that's outside of, at this point, I feel like it's almost better to just
go outside and touch grass.
Like, honestly, if you want a sports experience, go watch your local high school teams at this point. Because, like, the kids need the recognition.
Real.
And you're not spending $1 billion throwing it at these probably pedophile, billionaires to do nothing. Like, I'm paying for the exact same experience that I was getting 10 years ago, but like quadruple the price.
Yeah. Nothing's changed. Oh, but the cameras are able
Cameras are better.
focus and blur the background. Give a rat's ass.
You know where your money's going to? Is the $30 million guaranteed to the rookie quarterbacks
who will end up breaking a bone and not playing.
They don't even get to play, but they got the $30 million guarantee. Or no, I think the $30 million was to Patrick Mahomes guaranteed. Mm-hmm. I think that was the case. But that's still a ridiculous amount of money for one person to get. Like, why? Why are these athletes getting paid so much?
2 comments. Number 1, it's slavery. All these players are just slaves. Remember that scene from Django where Leonardo DiCaprio's character is sitting down watching 2 black men beat the shit out of each other? Mm-hmm. That just evolved into the NFL. It's just now legal beating the shit out of each other slavery with rules. Fair. That's just what it is. Second comment. Alex forgot his second comment.
All right. Well, that's
what was it? What was it gonna rant about? Oh, never mind. It came back to me. You pay all that money for your team to lose just to beat your wife.
Just to beat your wife.
$400 to beat your wife. That's crazy. When that statistic was shown to me, how many men beat their wives after a losing team game, opened my eyes. I can't watch sports. I just can't.
And also, these people who beat their wives are also on the screen playing the game.
Exactly. I just can't. I'm like, no, I'm just going to stick to my Helldivers and all my other avenues of life, because genuinely participating in any regular male activity is just feeding the pockets of an actual abuser.
What sucks is I really do enjoy watching the sports. Mm-hmm. It's becoming so hard to actually enjoy it. Yeah. With all the bull crap behind the scenes and the greed. It's just terrible. Like, at some point, I think I'm just gonna drop off. Because I can't.
I'm gonna do a real man sport. I'm gonna gamble on horses.
Real
Japanese versions.
Real
Una Musume, whatever the fuck it's called. But no, it's terrible. It
sucks.
It's awful. It is awful.
Anyway, we have 20 minutes left for this segment.
Oh my god, we ranted for that long.
We spun the wheel last week, and it said the topic of today would be chess.
Okay.
So
are we gonna play chess?
Alex is gonna teach me how to play chess in 20 minutes.
I don't know how to play chess.
You don't know how to play chess?
I don't know how to play chess. No, I'm terrible at chess. This is the one game I've never gotten into.
So you're telling me the only person who knows how to play chess that we know is not present for this episode?
Who knows how to play chess?
Colby should know how to play chess.
Well, you assumed I knew how to play.
I thought you said you knew how to play chess.
I know how to play checkers.
Apparently not.
No.
Like, these people, I don't even know how to set up the board.
No, neither do I. I'm going to ask you a question. Okay, you know what I can do?
We need a rain check on the
I can still make this chess themed.
Okay.
I can give you fun facts.
Okay.
You know what you can do for me? Set up the chessboard the way you think it's supposed to be set up as I commentate towards things.
Oh no. Hey, we can play checkers.
We can play checkers.
I love checkers.
I'm not very strategical with checkers though.
I love checkers so much. I don't know how chess became the bigger game. Checkers is so much more fun and so much more accessible.
Yeah, it's just because it's competitive. It got real competitive. So,
all right,
I can give you a fun fact. Chess probably started in India. So everybody hopping on the Indian hate train, right? Because that's just the thing that happened. Yeah, it showed up in India. It was called a different game, and it was played on with rice. But eventually, it migrated over to Europe. I think that game
still exists.
It does.
I think I just saw it at a game store the other day.
Another fun fact I can give you is that chess is probably one of the first sports to really recognize women.
Wow.
Because the last update...
It's unfortunate that I don't see it as a sport.
That is true. Well, what is it? Is that fun fact? When this is my favorite part of history. I guess this is gonna be kind of be a little bit of a history lesson. Chess is so old, it basically just becomes history. So when queens in Europe started getting really, really powerful, like turbo powerful, chess ultimately mirrored it because everyone's all like, none of these kings are doing shit, but these queens are. So let me see a queen piece. Do you know what a queen piece is? I think I see it in your hand.
Is it this one that looks like a pope?
No, that might be a cardinal, but I could be wrong on that.
I thought a cardinal was a bird. Is this the queen?
That might be the queen. Yes, I think that is the queen. A queen, if you did not know, has the ability to move in a star pattern. Okay, this is the only piece I know, by the way. All the others are fucked.
Oh, wait. These are the popes.
Yeah, those are the bishops. They're not popes. I know the chess pieces, but that's just because of YouTube shorts. The queen has the ability to basically move the entire board. But if she's KO'd, you basically lose one of your strongest units and you're kind of fucked. Mm-hmm. But because of this is a reflection of real life because everybody during that period was like, women queens are kind of kicking ass. Which, also, fun fact, if you haven't heard of the other podcast episodes, if for whatever reason this is your first episode, queens are probably statistically worse than kings in terms of murder rate because them bitches crazy. So yeah, this little lady right here, I think is the queen.
We don't know.
She's very powerful. The king has a crown on.
Okay, I know these are rooks.
Yeah.
And the rooks go on the outer edge because
Okay.
they're like walls, right?
Yeah.
And then there's the horsey knights.
The knights.
They go next to the rooks, I believe.
Okay.
Because horsies are near the walls because they're outside of the castle because they're horsies. Mm-hmm. And then the
bishops?
The bishops.
I think they're
bishops. The bishops are next to the horsies.
Oh my god, I think you actually got it. Good job.
Unhistorically accurate that they are less powerful than the king and queen.
Yeah, I think that's the king. And
then this would be where the king goes. Mm-hmm. And then the queen goes here because the queen is on the left.
You know who knows chess? I'm going to give you a fun fact. Can you guess?
Jarrett?
Yes, but no. That's the person I was thinking of. My brother.
Oh!
Andrew knows how to play chess. He beat me because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
Of course Andrew knows chess.
I think he also got into the YouTube shorts.
I'm genuinely not surprised at all that Andrew would know chess.
Yeah. Chess is just one of those weird things. Also, another fun fact. Chess is so intense at the highest level possible, it burns as many calories as just doing a full body exercise.
What the heck? How?
Because, I don't know how to play. I just know fun facts. Don't ask why. So they're moving at such a high level at that game. Their literal brain is moving at like a bajillion miles an hour because of how many complex moves they have to make in accordance that they have to burn all those calories in order to process that. So it's all brain power, 100% intelligence. And then another fun fact is that chess gets so complicated, technically speaking, at a high level. It's one of the first sports that introduced multiverse travel.
Excuse me?
So when PC computers were introduced to the scene, a player versus CPU, right? Mm-hmm. It was revealed that some of these CPUs are so hard sometimes, people have to track how to properly beat them. So you have to use an entirely different source in order to beat them. So you have to sometimes use a whole different engine in order to beat them. A knight we got a black knight somewhere apparently. He's just there he is.
There we go. All right, I think I properly set up the board.
Here's another fun fact. Do you know there's a show on Netflix called Queen's Gambit? It's quite literally just chess. However, they made a board game called Queen's Gambit, and it's just chess, but it's renamed Queen's Gambit for capitalism. Fun fact. So yeah,
wow.
That's all the fun facts I can give you about chess. I don't know how to play.
The only Queen's game I know is Queen's Blood from Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Real.
Just a card game. That honestly, that card game was unnecessarily fun.
I have not played.
You're missing out. You're missing out on these games, man.
Okay, I guess since we're talking about real life mini games, I'll just move this to the center just to make it aesthetic.
What if we just kept it like this, you know?
That was the whole point.
What if we just had a set up chessboard at all times to make us seem intelligent, but we just never actually knew how to. What if that's the joke? What if we just kept that as the joke? Is we just have a chessboard set up, but we'll never learn how to play?
What if I'll tell you my idea later and see if people actually get the clue. But no, I love mini games. I love board games.
Yeah, board games are fun.
I guess to reveal to the audience, since Caleb did it when it happened, but it was 2 minutes later. Me and Nat broke up, so there's now a current curse that any women we bring on the podcast eventually break up with us.
Well, for Colby's sake, Jill.
Do not bring Jill on this podcast.
Jill is
she
never
will break
invited.
up with you.
It's the curse.
It's the curse.
Yeah, I think
It's taken me at least 3 weeks to admit. By the way,
is it the podcast that's cursed, or is it us that's cursed?
I think just society and its norms have caused major effects on our relationships, and we don't realize it.
Wow, that was deep.
Thank you.
For when I thought I was trying to make a light of the situation, and now I'm just sad.
Hey, and it happens. But when I was with Nat's friends, all of them white, by the way, I love board games. I will always fiend for a board game.
A good game of Sorry. Oh, a good game of Monopoly.
But I have one complaint about board games, and this is what stops me from a majority of the time playing them, is I hate people and children. I hate when a non-developed frontal lobe human being enters a board game with me, and it irritates the fuck out of me. I'm all like, why are you here? You're just making this frustrating for everybody else. And I can't go all out because I feel bad because you're going to cry afterwards.
I've never felt that once.
It's because, okay, I don't feel bad. It's because I have to deal with the crying afterwards that irritates me. With a full-grown man, if I were to fight Caleb in an actual chess match and I were to beat him, I'd be like, booyah, bitch!
That's usually the best part, is trying to hold back the laughter after you just destroyed a child's hopes and dreams.
I love it every time. Every single fucking time. Unless it's a bonding moment.
I'm like on Death Note. No, I can't laugh.
Not yet. I have to wait.
Oh my God. Did I ever tell you about the time? You should know about this when Mario Party, the first Mario Party for Switch first came out. Jarrett came over that weekend. And we're playing it together.
I love when Jared gets mad. It makes me laugh every time.
Because Cassius was at the house and wanted to play with us. So I was like, I don't see why Cassius can't play. And we were...
Mind you, he's not the emo teen in this story.
We were actively not trying to, like, mess with him. But just the way Mario Party works...
It irritates you.
It makes you angry. It's very frustrating. And since me and Jarrett... Clearly being, I think we were 15 at the time, and Cassius was six-ish, that he was not having a very good time. And at one point, I think Jarrett ended up stealing all of his money, and he just ran out of the room crying to my mom and was like... They're picking on me. And my mom was like, then don't play with them.
Real good. Your mom's a good mom. Your mom should have said, you suck at the game. You should have been beating them.
I'll never forget that, though, because me and Jarrett were just like, we're just playing the game.
I now have a stock portfolio with this account. We can keep on playing with it.
Yeah, our bank account just opened.
No, man. I love when kids have to learn the lesson of you will get your ass
You will
beat.
lose.
You will lose.
Nothing's more fun, especially when they're cocky about it too.
I'm going to beat you. I'm like, I'm going to show you what I know. That's why I love fighting games. As a kid, right? My brother's still cocky about it because he thinks he can fight me in those video games like an even. I'm like, kid, hop on Guilty Gear. I'm going to show you what an aerial combo looks like.
Try me now.
Now, if it's Street Fighter, it's much more natural. Then I have to go into a whole different fighting game algorithm and be like, okay, now I got to know footsies, the neutral, yada, yada, yada. I'm just going to play Ryu just because it's all around, all natural. But it's just like fighting games truly show you who wins and who loses. And it is so glaringly obvious. Now, I don't think Smash Bros is proper because god fucking damn, I can immediately tell it is not made for a competitive environment. Properly playing fighting games, I immediately realize, yeah, so Meta Knight in Brawl was supposed to be beaten by all the other items in the game. You're not supposed to fight.
You're not supposed to fight him normally.
No, there's no goddamn way. Because I didn't realize this until after like Smash Bros cooled down. I'm like, wait, Zelda's ability, because I was also a Zelda main on top of already playing Meta Knight, but this was an ultimate. Her ability blocks items when she spins. And I go, you would never use it.
It blocks projectiles.
That's, yeah.
So it does work, but like...
You're not using her whole kit.
That's the thing that was always frustrating about competitive Smash, and is why I kind of stopped wanting to even participate in it competitively, is the competitive format of the game
just eliminates
is not fun.
It eliminates so much.
It is not fun.
I won't lie. I've been fiending to come over and just play item Smash.
That's what we've been playing. 10 stocks, all items on, Smash meter, swap stages. We literally have everything on, and it's so fun.
It's like, just chaos.
It's so much fun. Like it's also fun to play it like kind of the competitive way, but not on like competitive stages, because I think playing on normal stages is still playing
super flat sucks. I
playing
always
super
did
flat
threes.
is so, even the threes, just super flat and battlefield stages are so boring to fight on. It's so boring. Get me on the temple stage, or the
bottoms were real men were made.
The Mario Rainbow Ship stage. Those are like the stages that is just like wonky. Those are fun. That makes the game more fun. Yeah. Like playing it competitive and choosing to only play competitive is just making the game an unfun experience.
Yeah, it kind of was. Like I enjoyed it playing with all the homies because they all wanted, it was like,
and it's different too when you're playing it multiplayer.
Yeah.
Like playing it 1v1s is also significantly less fun than playing it 4-player, 8-player Smash.
Yeah. I can see why Alt is going to be the last game, because it kind of really shows you like the stress test of like, there's two parties of a Smash Bros. Thinker. It's fun, competitive. And it just shows you over time, it's just you're not going to get Melee. Never again.
Melee's only the way it is because it was broken.
Yeah, it was broken. The GameCube is part of the last generation of consoles that didn't have online updates. I guess technically Brawl, but even then there were some online updates every now and then. But
they just never patched Meta Knight.
Nah, never just patched them. The shit you could do with Meta Knight, bro.
He was insane on that game. He was actually insane.
He's talked about like Bigfoot in the FGC community. It's like
he was that notorious.
He was crazy. He was nuts. Oh, I like when the game's buggy and has mechanics where I can wave dash. Oh, so you like when Meta Knight does that? No. It has to be with multiple characters. It has to be the whole system. I'm like, that's not even Melee, bro. That's just like an online forum version of what the game should be. That's like playing Helldivers, right? But you go full red, no support item, no blue, no green. You have to go find a heavy weapon out in the field, and you get 2 revives. That's it. Max difficulty, no help.
Awful.
Terrible.
Just take it like. People just like taking the fun out of things, I think.
Oh, no, definitely. 100%. No, 100%. I see that now. As I've grown up, I think the one regret I do have in high school is not playing Smash Bros. The way it was intended. Because I go, it would have been funner. I would have had better memories. Because that was the one game that brought everybody together. Regardless of race, gender, nationality, popularity. If somebody said Smash Bros., the other guy on the other side of the room said, I'm game. Give me controller.
Hop on.
Hop on, bro. It was magnificent. Glorious.
We had our own hierarchy, I think, based on that.
Shit, I was up in there on the top of the lead. I was up there with Connor and Caleb. Like, I got smoke. The one time in high school, I was like, I know I'm better than all you motherfuckers.
Literally, I think I was known in legend as the guy who just like choosing random.
He was always random. Caleb knows all characters.
I think that's what that struck fear in people's heart was when I chose random.
They're like, fuck, bro. I remember the joke. It's like, man, you keep on getting every other character but random. Like, I want to see random.
I want to see random. I'm trying.
I'm trying, guys. Thank God, right? That game. High school ended before that game properly finished. Mm-hmm. So we never got to see, like, all the rest of the characters. We only ever really got up to Hero.
I wish we could have
had Steve.
Had the hype of being in high school with those last few characters being added.
It would have been so
because I know people would have been going crazy over Steve. I would have actually known people who were hype over Sephiroth and Sora's reveals.
It ended right before Sephiroth, right? Chronologically, I think.
No, it ended right after Byleth. So we were out of high school after Byleth got
that's right
released.
God, I remember playing Hero. I remember my mains. It would be Hero, Zelda, Meta Knight, Zelda, and then it would be oh my God, I'm forgetting his name. Basta Wolf! Fuck!
Terry!
I love Terry. I didn't know how to do his input.
Basta Wolf!
I still do it every once in a while. Just randomly walking down my hallway, I'll just do the pose. That game introduced me to King of Fighters. I love it. Love Terry.
Those were such fun days.
God.
That and the stupid phone pigeon games, I think, were what kept everybody together in high school.
It was amazing.
Having the group chats where we just be like, fight me.
Fight me. I want to run a set on me real quick.
I can beat you at 8-ball. Just watch.
Real. Oh, God. Good times. I love those memories. But, it just brings me, going back to the whole, board games and stuff. It's just like, I love board games. I love just being in an environment like that, just with friends and stuff. That's why I've been addicted to Helldivers. Because even Dylan said it the other day. He's like, dude, this is the game I have some of the most hours in. He says except Tarkov. I'm like, yeah, Tarkov is purposely built to be 5 hours of prep for 20 minutes of gameplay. Repeat.
Insane.
But he's like, this is the game I play the most. I'm like, dog,
it's so fun.
I have 244 hours on it now. It's one of my most played games. Marvel's still in there. Oh, speaking on games we all like to play, Daredevil and oh my God, I'm pronouncing her name wrong in my head, and I know I am. Angela, Thor's sister from Spawn Comics. That was 2013. Didn't think that would happen, but finally she's getting mainstream recognition. Popped off, and it's just Muscle Mommy and. I don't know what Matt Murdock's doing. He's going Super Saiyan Rose in trailers.
Apparently, he's a demon now. Yeah, I don't know what happened to him, but he's going crazy.
I love friend stop games. I
love Daredevil.
I love all that stuff. So I remember one of the comments recently where it was like, I don't remember him doing Tatsus. I don't remember him doing demons. I hope there's a Street Fighter collab and Daredevil gets to be Akuma. I would fucking buy that skin instantly.
Yes.
Instantly.
Yes.
It's oh God, I love it. I like this current era of gaming currently right now.
Outside of the greedy parts.
It's good. The more centric and community and online games are kind of the shit right now.
But you know what we do need? You just brought this in my head. We need more sitting together in a room with the homies. You don't
know. I'm gonna tell you this right now. If you could get Ben, Connor, Jarrett, Grayson, Dylan, and Craig, you, maybe even Colby, all in the room, confirmed on a weekend, I would pump out a video so fucking fast. So fast. To be on that fucking, on a couch on a Saturday.
It'd be so
high
good.
as fuck playing Smash Bros.
It'd be so good.
Instantly.
Playing a game. I'll never forget Jared's birthday playing Monopoly until like, I think it was like almost 1 or 2. Because me and Andy were the only ones left after I swindled my way to becoming one of the last people on the board. And it was just a battle of wits versus determination.
I think I remember that story. Didn't Andy get fucking pissed?
He was so mad that I was about to win, that he would not. He was trying every strategy to get me to lose. And then eventually he just had to concede because his mom was like, Andy, you're supposed to be home now.
Fuck.
He wasn't going to win, though. I owned everything.
Yeah, there's no way. If you own all brown, you just win.
I owned everything. Plus, Ben made himself the church, which I then purchased. And since Andy was a devoted Christian, he could not help but pay his tithe to the church. So even when he wasn't on one of my spaces, he was still paying me money simply because I was the church.
You got to go with the bit.
I think that was the most fun part of that game of Monopoly, was that we were just making up rules.
You can't do that. That's illegal.
Ben was the church, and I was the only one not paying the church, and I ended up buying the church.
God, it would be awesome, man.
It was so good. We need more of that. And so, kids need to do more of that stuff. I think it's detrimental that kids don't do that.
I kind of low key. It's kind of like a regret of mine. Kind of also anger. I was kind of always pissed I couldn't bring friends over. At least in my earlier youth to hang out. It wasn't until basically near the end of high school I could do that. It irritated me. But that's because of my parents' shortcomings and them working, in a different fucking town basically, and I couldn't, go anywhere. And then by the time we had cars, COVID. Oh, I genuinely wonder what life would be like right now if we didn't have COVID.
It'd be a lot different.
It would have to be. It would be dramatically different. I still think I'd be a YouTuber by far. I still think Metas would still exist. He'd still be making content. Whether or not I'm successful as I am now and going to be with Steel Ball Run coming closer and closer every day. I feel the strength booming. I feel it coming. Who knows? But it's just like, I wonder what would have happened. What relationships would have formed.
Next episode, parallel universes.
I'm so fucking... You do not know... Do you know there's multiple... Okay, we'll save this for later. But do you know how many parallel universe theories exist?
I'm sure so many so that it would create a multiverse theory.
I guess it's technically multiverse theory, but yeah, more than likely.
That's crazy.
It's so weird how it's crazy.
Hasn't it basically been confirmed at this point?
I think it has been. There's a lot of conditioning ideas. Remember, there are multiple ideas how multiverse theory works. There's the bubble theory, and then there's the infinite space theory. There's a whole bunch. There's a lot. So it's just, oh God. The one that freaks me out is like the fact that there might not be pocket universes, but just the fact that the universe itself might be so infinitely large that just another you might exist is kind of crazy. That one freaks me out.
I need to write this. I need to write these down.
Yeah.
I need to remember to write down our ideas.
I think I would be in a completely different different space if the rest of high school played out the way it did. Because how many months did we have left? We had like 4 left, right?
Yes.
And then COVID wouldn't have existed.
Would we have gone to prom?
Yes, I would have. I would have gone to prom 100%. There's no way I wouldn't have, because it was an event. You were supposed to go. You're
supposed to be there.
Yeah, I would have 100% been down there. Who knows? Maybe a romantic moment would have happened there.
What an interesting timeline.
That we should get a guest for. We got to get one of the high school friends.
Who's in town?
I don't know.
I don't know who's
Maybe
around.
get one of the girls and we'll maybe invite Caitlyn on or something. Like, we haven't
Is
seen
Caitlyn even in town?
Fuck if I know. I'm just bringing up names.
We'll figure it out.
Not Serenity.
That'll be for
Last time we brought up Serenity, we had problems.
there was problems.
love my girl though. I would love to always talk to Serenity.
But
She starts things on this podcast.
there was drama that happened that me and Alex were just.
I don't even know the full details. All I knew is shit happened. I said, I just brought her on to talk. That's all I did, big dog.
We were
Bring Mr. Bigwood onto the podcast.
Mr. Bigwood.
Oh, but that would spiral into how's the teaching job, and then he'd just start ranting.
Yeah.
That would be such a.
We'll figure it out. Yeah. Oh, I'd love to have Bigwood on the podcast.
Oh my god, it'd be so cool. Be like, Mr. Bigwood, I nearly have 160,000 subscribers. How do you feel about that? How do you feel? It'd be crazy. But no, it's just there's a lot of things. Board games are essential to society, I feel like. This is the original pass the time game.
Yes.
It is.
Anyway.
And by the way, whites go first.
Oh.
It's racist.
It's
racist.
All right. Well, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this chess episode. I set up the board correctly.
I think.
Probably. I don't know. I mean, logically, that would probably make sense.
The current new form of chess is FPS chess, where when you move a piece, you try to take out the other piece, you go into FPS mode, and you have to shoot the other pawn.
You know, honestly, this episode would be impossible to do, given that neither of us know how to play. Because I don't even know what the movements of each piece is.
I don't even know how to get checkmate.
I don't know any of this.
Yeah. So
there you go, guys. That was chess. Hope you guys enjoyed that. And we'll be back next week with Parallel Universes. So anyway, that's it. Peace out.
Love you.